Hey, what's up everyone? It's Chase, aka That Gay Jedi, and welcome to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I am very excited. I am super excited. This video has been like on my to-do list for over a year now, and for some reason it just kind of hasn't happened. So for those who don't know, I like to collect my favorite movies and TV shows on VHS, and over the years I've collected many Star Wars VHS, including what's playing right now, which is From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga, this original trilogy Star Wars box set of VHSs. I have episodes 1 and 2 that were released in the States on VHS, but even more impressively, in my opinion, I tracked down Revenge of the Sith on VHS, which is so exciting because I had to get this from Australia. They didn't release this in the US on VHS, so I am very excited to have this, especially because it's one of my favorites. But, you know, believe it or not, Disney didn't release the sequel trilogy on VHS, which is kind of surprising, I know. But that is what this video is here for, and that is what we are here to do today. We are here to complete the saga. You may ask yourself, Chase, why are you doing this? Why does this matter? Well, simply put, as a collector, I mean, you kind of want to have the whole thing, right? You want to have episodes 1 through 9. You want to have all 3 trilogies on VHS. If I have the OT and the PT, I need the ST. Second, there's also like an importance to physical media that not everyone thinks about, and I'm not going to get on the whole soapbox, but I don't know if anyone heard about Disney editing Marvel shows that were coming out on Disney Plus and like changing things and censoring things, and that was really freaky, and they eventually like undid it and said it was an accident, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of sketchy. It gives me the weird vibes, and to have something on physical media is important. Basically, it's just fun to have a physical form of something that you really love, and it also adds a little bit more intention and like ritual to watching your favorite thing instead of just pressing play digitally. But it's also kind of important in terms of maintaining the integrity of your favorite story. So physical media, yes. Anyways, I reached out to an artist, shout out to Valishard Toys and Tapes on Instagram, and I commissioned him to design box covers for episodes 7, 8, and 9. He did a really awesome job, and he's a really great guy, really fairly priced. And I have The Force Awakens right here, The Last Jedi right here, looks great, back covers too, and then of course, The Rise of Skywalker with a wonderful back cover. Kind of one of my favorite back covers, actually. Now it's time to get the movies from my computer onto these VHSs. Obviously, bootlegging is super illegal, but I'm just doing this for fun, and I'm just doing this for entertainment purposes, so don't come at me. And when it comes to how I found the sequel trilogy downloaded perfectly into 3 MP4 files, you wouldn't believe it. I just kind of came across them on a flash drive tucked away in a glass bottle on the sandy beaches of Lake Michigan. That's exactly what happened. So anyways, this isn't exactly going to be like a full tutorial because I'm not smart enough to explain that process to you all beat for beat, but I will leave one of my favorite tutorials down in the description below that I found super helpful in navigating all this. Like for starters, I decided not to do like the pan and scan and change the aspect ratio of the original film to 4:3 to fit the VHS. I'm not doing that. Zooming in on QuickTime is like more than enough. Part of that is because I'm not really going to be sitting down to watch the sequel trilogy on VHS this way. I kind of just put on the Star Wars movies to add like some vibes to my apartment. And also, I just kind of want to have the whole saga on VHS, so it's more collection purposes. And also, I assume that each tape has more than enough space to like put the whole movie on, but I had to like look up standard play versus like standard long play or super long play, which basically means that like it'll slow the tape down if I play long play as it's recording information so that there's enough tape to have the whole movie on there. And it might lower the quality, but we're not really going for that because it'll look fine. Honestly, it'll look fine. It won't make that much of a difference. And it kind of brings me to the next point, which is when my computer's plugged into the TV, like the quality will look pretty good. But what's really fun is once it's all recorded onto the tape and it's just the tape itself that's playing the movie, that'll be like the full VHS ultimate vibe. You'll get the good sound, like the good well, not good, but the fun, nostalgic VHS sound and VHS like glitches and like waves and everything. So that'll be great. So stay tuned for the end on there. Anyways, I guess the last technical thing is I'll explain a little bit about these cords and how they're going to work before I just cut to a time lapse of me doing this. Basically, this little box is an AV converter, and this cord on my left by my pinky is a HDMI cable, and the HDMI cable is connected to my laptop. And so I'm going to press play on QuickTime on the movies, and it's going to stream that screen through the HDMI cable through the AV converter, and then that's going to be connected to the RCA cables, and then these RCA cables are going to run into the television, and then the TV is going to be picking up the audio and video from that. So that's how it works. And then basically I just pop in one of the tapes and I press record. Like, it's pretty easy, but a lot can go wrong considering how old a lot of this equipment is. But I tested it last night on the season finale of Willow, and It looked great. It worked great. And this is going to be great. So I hope you all enjoy. And I hope this is fun. I hope this is exciting. Let's do it. And just like that, we have finished. We have converted all 3 sequel trilogy films onto VHS, and honestly, it went off without a hitch. I was really, honestly, more worried about it than I should have, just because it is kind of time consuming. But honestly, hey, make sure your laptop is on Do Not Disturb. Make sure like the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth is off, so you can just kind of like have an undisturbed process, because everything's so interconnected these days. So yeah, that saved my butt. Everything honestly got on the tapes. It looks great. Honestly, this camera doesn't really show it super well, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut to some iPhone footage I have that kind of like captures the sound and video quality. It's definitely more vibrant in person than the video will show. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show sort of a light scene and a dark scene for you guys right now.
Norma! That's just Tito, one chief of hearts. He's no respect for anyone. Go and tennis bed.
Kind of a sleigh. And now my collection is complete. This has been so fun. It's so fun to be able to like spend time putting like some labor into something that you love. It just makes you love the thing more, and it kind of creates a more personal relationship. And I gotta say, sequels, I'm like, now after like kind of like watching them, like kind of all 3 of them off and on as I checked on the VHS making process, now I'm like, well, I gotta go watch through all these entirely, because I love these movies. It was also just very cool to like spend some time with, again, physical media, like not just to be that person, but you know, the physical media aspect of this is really, really cool. And it to be able to like put the tape in and like watch it work to record all the information digitally from the computer and put it on the actual tape in there, and then take it out when it's done and it's like a little bit warm. I mean, that's like so cool. It's very cool. So this was so fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, because I put out fun, nerdy content like this, you know, on the regular. So thank you all so much for watching. It means the world, and may the force be with you always.